right now, mama. Okay. It says excellent condition. It says live. It says here we go. Look at that. We're going. All right, I got my notes again. All my notes. I have a new laptop, new to me. So I have the screen split so I can see the chat. The chat's in a full screen right here. So I looked at it, it's not this tiny thing in the corner. I've got a full screen that can show the whole YouTube thing. So I got that going on. The buzz is back. The buzz is back. Buzz is back in town. Okay, let's see if I I don't know how to not, I don't know how to hear it. That's my problem. Buzz? No buzz? Let me know, Big Don. Tried to fix it. Okay, so the buzz is back, the buzz is not back, I don't know yet. I'm waiting. I'm impatiently waiting to see if the buzz is back. When we first started touching the wire, it stopped and it came back to the I saw that. Maybe it's better now, because now it's at the, now it says AF peak. It's still bad. What the hell? I don't. Audio. Do I see audio over here? I see audio. Now I see audio. Oh, that's it. I'm going to do this by the get ready. I'm out. Get your stuff fixed and I'll return. Wait, Todd, don't go. Good. There. See, it's fixed. I fixed it, Todd. I fixed it. All right. I don't know what the buzzing is. All fixed. Okay. I will buy a new cable for that tomorrow. I did go to Micro Center and bought stuff today. So look, I can see the chat now quickly because it's right here on this laptop. See, I've got a laptop here, full monitor there, full monitor there. I can look at all my stuff, so I can see everything all at once now. That was the whole point of going to Micro Center today, buying cables and things. Yeah, I'm back then. All right, Todd. Whew, thank God you're back. Woo! I don't know what I was going to do without you, Todd. I would only have 2 viewers, not 3. Welcome, everybody. How's everyone doing tonight? Saturday night, part of the 4-day weekend for most. Today was National Play Outside Day, so I did. You know what? I played hooky. I went and played 9 holes of golf today. God, am I bad. Wow. I need to go to a driving range or something. I guess that's what happens. There's some sports that you can like pick up that you've not played for, a time, a year, or at least, and at least be reasonable. Like you can shoot a basketball. It's kind of like, muscle memory. You hit a baseball, you play stick or whatever. Golf, hells no. Wow, I was bad. I didn't lose a lot of balls. We played at a golf course at the zoo called Safari. So it's wide and it's kind of open. But oh, my stinkiness, just horrible. I was just mortified at how bad I golfed today. Just how bad. So I don't know if you're a golfer, but you understand my frustration. At one point, I'm like, wow, why am I doing this to myself? And it was like 90-something degrees. But I did get to see an absolutely gigantic snake, which was awesome. Just like running, like slithering across the path. I mean, it was a good 3-4 foot snake. It was definitely like not just a garden snake. It was definitely something more. I didn't get to see it long enough. I did get out of the car and chase it, but it went to the bushes and there was poison ivy. The one thing about golf you have to watch out for, there's always poison ivy. So much poison ivy in the rough. So the balls I did lose, I lost a couple. And the balls I was like, oh, look, I see a ball. Nope, not going near it. I was like, that's not happening. I am not getting poison ivy. I'm going to try and avoid it like the plague this summer. It's not good. I'm not good at poison ivy. Really bad. One day I will find the picture. It's in a slide that my dad took when I was a kid, and it is just brutal. It is just it's the most brutal picture. I don't even like looking at it, but my fingers are literally so swollen that they're attached with bubbles. It's just gross. It looks like some creature. They're so swollen. It's bad. But that was, again, doctors, hospitals. No, it gets better after 7 days. You can put up with 7 days of it getting worse and then 7 days of it getting better. Yeah, that was my dad. God rest his soul. But he loved golf. He was a pretty good golfer. He actually put his way through. He grew up in Massachusetts, in Worcester, in a really bad part of Massachusetts, very blue collar. And he put himself through college by being a caddy, of all things. So he caddied at a country club. And that's where he learned that he needed to get rid of his accent. And he actually went to school and got rid of his Worcester accent because he had that Worcester. You park the car down at Harvard Yard, we go to the packing, go get some wicked awesome beers. But that was, so he did that. But yes, he was a caddy. So he liked golf, and he sort of shared that love of golf with me when I was a kid. And so we had golfed. But I'm terrible. Wow, was I bad today. But I did go played outside. So it was National Play Outside Day. Crappy golfing. I'll need to go to like Topgolf or a driving range or something before I do that again. Embarrassing. Played with two guys. The guy was, Nick and Zach. Nick with an N, Nick and Zach. And Zach just started playing. Oh, it's my third time out. He was better than me. I was like, crap, I am that bad? Wow. They played a scramble, so just the two of them, they played best ball of themselves. But oh my God, I was just atrocious. I can't tell you how bad I was at golf today. And I'm usually not that bad, but it was just ridiculous. Today was also National Bikini Day. I did see girls in bikinis because I do live in a place where girls go out into their front yard in bikinis. So that was nice. And it was made by a French mechanic. Of course, the French came up with a bikini, and a mechanic of all things. So God love the French. I mean, who knew? Graham Cracker Day, did not have any graham crackers. Hop a Park Day. So that's enjoy a park. So I guess because I was golfing, is that enjoying a park? It's kind of a park, maybe. Apple Turnover Day, didn't do it. National Hawaii Day, I thought about volcanoes, so I'm thinking about Hawaii. And National Workaholics Day, I did work today. I did accomplish the door. I got the door hung on the porch I've been working on. I just need to screen the little side light, and I'm done. It'll be beautiful. I'm very happy with the results. This door was it was like the grandmother's door. It was this woman's grandmother's door, I think. It's old. It's really old. It just needed some love. It had been shattered, like where the door had warped and twisted, and the tongue and groove had broken internally, and the screen and the spline and everything was just broken. So I used a nail gun, and I used some wood glue, and I did a good job. I'm actually very happy with the results. I even restained it, and it looks nice. I'll get a picture. I should have taken a before picture of the door, but it's nice. It's a nice door. So very happy that I got to do that. And then it's tomorrow is Hand Roll day, okay? And that is sushi. Let's just fix that right now. Our minds don't need to go toward other things. Hand roll is sushi. So it's a sushi day tomorrow. It's also fried chicken day. So National Fried Chicken Day and National Sushi Day. I don't think I'll have fried chicken tomorrow. I think I'll probably have leftovers. Grilled some burgers earlier, so I had a burger for dinner. Grilling was quite fine. I did a good job of grilling tonight. The hot dogs didn't survive, though. I did forget about the hot dogs because I was rewatching The Sopranos. I've gotten to rewatching The Sopranos a little bit, which is odd enough that today is Edie Falco's birthday from The Sopranos. That was Carmela Soprano. So her birthday is today, as far as birthday goes. Things that happened today, births, deaths, all that stuff. 1687, Sir Isaac Newton published Principia, which was in the Royal Society of England. I think that's his whole thing on, the apple falling from the tree and the whole bit. So Sir Isaac Newton, gravity. It's not a suggestion, it's the law. Also in 1865, the Secret Service was established. Yep, I'm gonna leave that right there. That's why I put it in there. Secret Service was established. 1954, Elvis, his first professional recording session was done. And what did he record? He recorded That's All Right and Big Boy. That was his first professional recording session. Today on this day in 1954. What else? First Beatles song hit the charts in 1963 on this day. And it was From Me to You. And it debuted at number 87. That's one of those things where, had you known, had you bought stock in Beatles in 63, where would you have been? In 75, Wish You Were Here was released by Pink Floyd. Now this I find amusing. So in 1989 in Pine Knob, Michigan, Rod Stewart knocked himself unconscious on stage by hitting a light fixture. At the same venue, Pine Knob in Michigan, Carlos Santana passed out in 22 because of dehydration. Both happened at Pine Knob. So Pine Knob, Michigan, not a good place for a couple of artists to play. I've been to Pine Knob. It's a nice venue, actually. I think I saw Depeche Mode play there. Went on a bus trip. And that was an adventure. Wow, now that I'm thinking about that one. Yeah, that was an adventure. Some of the bus trips we took, here's we go, I'm going to digress. Some of the bus trips we've taken over the years have had absolute, unprecedented insanity, Randsanity, and then some stuff. Okay? I will give two examples, just two, because these are enough that will take up some time, and these are just crazy, crazy stories, and these are absolutely 100% real. So one time we went to, oh my God, I'm thinking of the third one. But I'll give you a concert one, and I'll give you a skiing one, okay? Because I don't want to give you two concert ones, because I'll say that for another time. I'll give you the skiing one first. We used to go do something called Ski D 101 when CD 101 existed at the radio station. And what that meant was we would hire a bus for about 45 people, 50 people, and patrons would pay $10.11. Buses were cheap. And we would give them a bus ride and typically a lift ticket to go to one of the ski resorts like Mad River Mountain or Snow Trails. It was sponsored, so an alcohol beverage or something would sponsor it, and they'd pay us the money to advertise this thing. The Snow Trails place would advertise it. We would drag equipment up there, stereo, DJ sometimes, or myself would host it. We'd play music, give away, games, prizes. The normal radio station stuff you see anytime if you've ever seen a radio station doing swaggy things where you give away prizes. That occurred. So we were giving things away. And the bus trips were usually fairly eventful because you've got 50 people that don't know each other for the most part going on an adventure. And drinking may be involved, as it normally would be for, you're going on a trip. Let's go, hey, let's have fun. It's a party. It's sponsored by a booze. So that's, hey, let's go have fun. It's a party. And it's always, you never know what's going to happen. Interactions with people, there's, couples, there's single people, single guys, single girls. So people hook up, people do drugs. It happens. It just, the bus trips are adventures. I always warn people, hey, you're going on a bus trip, it's an adventure. I'm going to warn you ahead of time. So if you expect this to be like, everything is going to be planned, it's not. Things are going to happen, things are going to go wrong. The unexpected is going to occur, and it is going to be wild. It's guaranteed to be that. It's an adventure. It always is. Drinking may be involved. Actually, I have that shirt. I already have the shirt that says drinking may be involved. Believe me, it's on many shirts. That is a shirt. It is. So one time we were going to Medford Mountain, and I'm in charge of the bus. Okay, so everybody gets on. We unload the equipment. People are loading with the bus, and it was me and one other person on the bus, and we're sort of in the parking lot, and the driver goes to move the bus. He steps in the accelerator and it sticks. And I don't mean like, it was like, woo, and the bus lurches forward. He goes to slam on the brakes. It does not stop the bus. So we're headed toward the box office, and there were people in line, and I mean everywhere. This is a ski resort, and we're right at the entryway. So there's people everywhere. And this bus is now literally barreling out of control toward the building. I'm kind of in the aisle standing there like, like scream, like, oh, what the? I'll never forget, there was a girl with a snowboard, and I mean, the windshield's like here, so you don't see this whole triangular area of thing. So we're going, and like, no, he's not hitting the horn because he's panicking. He's like trying to stop the bus and steer and do whatever, but we're in a semi-confined area. We're, in this sort of parking turnaround area where the lift lines are, and people are getting in to get their tickets, and so he just kind of, the bus doesn't stop. So this girl like looked at us, like turned and looked and see the bus coming, and just, apparently she dove out of the way because we didn't kill her. But I didn't know if we hit it or not. I really didn't. I mean, we were freaking out. And then the bus literally crashed into a giant pine tree and bent it's still like, the wheels are spinning as we're kind of hung up onto a pine tree, and everyone's looking at like, what the hell just happened? It was just nuts. It was crazy. And we finally just he shuts the, turn off the bus! Like shuts the bus off, and we're kind of halfway up this pine tree that's now bent over. It's a big ass tree, but we drove up it in a bus. So needless to say, they backed the bus off, towed it down. We did all our ski stuff, and they had another bus for us after the trip. But that was crazy. I mean, it was literally insane. The accelerator was stuck on the bus, and we could have easily killed somebody. And that was at Medford Mountain, at a ski adventure. Just wild, wild, wild. Another one of the adventures that happened to a bus, this is why I paired them together. We went to Blossom. Blossom Music Center is located up north in Peninsula, Ohio. It's probably one of my favorite outdoor venues for amphitheaters because it's old. It's been built a long time ago. It has like a slate roof, slate inside. It looks like a starship that was sort of landed like a venue starship of an amphitheater. But there's old growth trees. You come out from where the parking lot is, and the trees are huge. I mean, it's got giant trees in the side area, and it's a heavily wooded forest that it's in. So it's got this beautiful natural slope to it. It's a wooden amphitheater. It's beautiful. It's got great acoustics. It's just a really nice place to go see a show. And we went. So I think it was a Pearl Jam show at Blossom. And there was another Pearl Jam show, but I'll save that one. It was a Jimmy Buffett show. Oh my God, we'll save that one too. But anyway, so we went to the Pearl Jam show, and now again, radio station, we got like the perks, man. We had like the best parking because we would call ahead and say, hey, we'll bring a busload of listeners that we got from either the venue or from the record company or both. And, we're going to bring a busload of people up there. So again, it's an adventure. So people are partying, having fun because, you don't have to drive. You don't have to stay overnight. You've got someone who's going to safely bring you to a concert and safely return you home, which is great. I mean, those were the best things about it. You get to go in this awesome concert. We'll pay for your ticket. You don't even have to pay for the ticket. You get to go to this cool show. Cool. So we got in the bus. We all meet, at like 3 o'clock or something in the afternoon. Everyone gets on, drinking beers, having fun. Bus is powered by Bacardi or Budweiser or I don't know, some sponsor. And we drive out to Blossom Music Center. And we get up there and we're partying in the parking lot and everyone's having fun. Let's go to the show. Okay, we go to the show. And we're parked right out front the doors. We're in like the VIP parking lot and right where the buses park. We're right there. It's super close. You can't hate that. And so we get to enjoy that. It's a beautiful thing. Go see the show. We come back after the show and I'm like, what the hell? And I'm looking at the bus and I was like, what's wrong with the bus? Get a little closer and I'm like, what's that smell? Holy crap. The bus caught on fire. While we were in the show, the bus driver was idling in it. He fell asleep and the bus caught on fire. Like on fire. Not just like, fire. I mean like burning. Like flames out of where the engine compartment was. Filled the whole inner part with smoke. Smoke damage. The windows are all stained. The fire department came and sprayed this thing down. And we were like, you've got to be kidding me. So I'm like, okay. And again, it's always like, what do we do now? Guy in charge. I'm like, okay. So, hey, you called another bus to come get us, I'm assuming? Well, yeah, they won't be here for 2 hours. 2 hours? So it's like, I don't know, 2 o'clock in the morning by the time the second bus actually made it up to us at Blossom to pick us up and then drive us back home because this one's not going anywhere. But it actually caught on fire, like for real, from idling. And again, people's stuff's in the bus. It's like covered in soot and smoke and just, okay, glad you had a good time at the show. Told you it was going to be an adventure. But that was typically what would happen. I mean, I can't tell you how many times there was police involved a few times. A few. Not just once, but a few. And that included arrests. Okay? I mean, like, literally handcuffed, taken away, we don't see you, you don't make the show kind of thing. We had the state police involved one time. There was a fire. Yeah, I mean, bus trips were adventures to say the very least. Going all the way back to college days when we did bus trips for ski club. It's just because, again, you have 40 to 50 people on a single bus that it's sort of a license to do stupid crap. They just, oh, well, hey, I'm not driving. I'm not responsible for doing anything, so I'm just going to be dumb. And we got that sometimes. But we'll talk about that another time. We'll get some other ones because those were kind of crazy. But that was Pine Knob. That's how I got into that whole thing. Like I said, Wish You Were Here was released in 1975. And Elvis did his first song. In 89, like I said, Rod Stewart got knocked out on stage in Pine Knob. And then 22, Carlos Santana passed out at Pine Knob. 1993, Bjork debuted her first album. Who didn't love Bjork? The little pixie from Iceland. Bjork. And then in 1994, Hootie and the Blowfish released Cracked Rear View. There was no real celebrity deaths today, which is great. Nobody died over the years of any great consequence. As far as I know. If I missed them, sorry. Celebrity birthdays today, like I said, was Edie Falco from The Sopranos, because I started to rewatch a little of that. Dolly the sheep. Today's her birthday. If you remember Dolly was the first clone. So when we were all worried about clones as the only thing that was going to kill us. Oh no, we're going to make clones. I saw the movie Mickey 17. That was about cloning. I guess they were called Expendables. I don't know if you saw it. He went on a space adventure and he was an expendable. So It was sort of a comedy. It was supposed to be a comedy. It's kind of a dark comedy, I guess. But yes, he, hey, we're going to put you out to outer space. Hey, what am I supposed to be doing? Well, nothing. We wanted to see how bad the radiation was. So tell us when your skin starts peeling off. Hold your arm up. That kind of stuff. Like, okay. And then they clone him again. They print him like out of a digital 3D printer. Also, Huey Lewis of Huey Lewis and the News. It's his birthday today. Poor Huey's deaf. Got to meet him once. He was nice. He was a nice guy. Just a little Huey Lewis-like. Jimmy Royal, who's Robbie Robertson today, was his birthday. Jimmy Kespo from Aerosmith. He's the guitarist. His birthday was today. And Nick O'Malley from Arctic Monkeys. We've met Nick a couple times when he came to the radio station. It's his birthday today. So happy birthday to all those fine humans for giving us good music and all that good stuff over the years. I didn't really get a chance to edit today. I wanted to. I tried. I did. I gave it the old college try. But I couldn't. I couldn't do it. Because, and here's the reason why. So I went to use CapCut because I've been trying to use some of these other editors and they're all similar. But again, I just get bogged down by it. So I was trying a different technique and I just got lost and I ran out of time and I was like, I can't do it. I got to cook some food. I need to eat dinner. I need to get ready for this. And the editing fell to the wayside. Sorry. But at least look, see, I do have now a computer, my computer for editing that I don't have to use to do this anymore. So I can actually take it with me and have it more available for editing. So I will try and edit tonight. At least I renamed all the clips that I did and I got them so that they're at least organized from Doodah. So if I get it by tomorrow, I think that still counts, right? Friday to Sunday within a 48-hour period. Does that count? If it does, well, that's great. If it doesn't, well, then damn it, I sucked. Sorry. I did have to laugh. So I did go around and I did do and explored more of this. I-bombing. Therefore I am. So I-bombing is what Don brought up the other day, and it is kind of funny. It's supposed to make people laugh, and it's this. It's basically putting googly eyes on stuff. So, you've got them on your Oculus, or you've got them on, the glasses on somebody else. You've got it on a big rock, on a tree, on a crack on a building, a stack of cardboard, cracks in your drywall, an emergency light. I'm not sure what that is. A downspout. Something in the corner, something sort of an outlet, just, you get the picture. It's up, and my camera died. Damn it. See, I didn't even realize that the camera died because I wasn't looking at the camera. Man, I have got to get better at this. That is just bad craftsmanship because I should be looking because it was 27 minutes and I know that thing lasts about 20 minutes. Crap. But as I was saying, I-bombing. So I did take it upon myself today because I did go find some, wrong camera, switch back to that, go back to that. Now the camera's where my head should be, so I need to move over here. Man, I'm just effing it all up tonight. But anyway, so I did take it upon myself to grab a couple of googly eyes today from the station, and I did put a couple of googly eyes at Lowe's. So I'm going to try and Google Eye something every day from now on, just to make someone else laugh. So I'm going to take a pair of googly eyes with me. At every point, I'm going to try and make sure I have a pair of googly eyes with me to googly eye something, to make something funny that has googly eyes. I don't know what, but I will find something to googly eye. That is my promise to you. Googly eyedness to I-bombing. And yes, it was Kenzie or Natasha who googly-eyed and I-bombed at the radio station because I did go down there and I did find, when I looked, there's a whole bunch of stuff that has googly eyes in it. Like you pull open a drawer and there's two googly eyes that look at you when you open the drawer, and I'm like, okay, that's funny. It just makes you smile. It's hard not to smile when you have googly eyes smiling back at you. And then that's also something there's a thing, and because we talked about the word last night when we were looking at, which I forgot already, sorry, Don. When you talk about something and then you see it, I could go back to the chat. But was I going to say now? I forget. It was about the Google eyes. Lost it. Anyway, it was relating something to do with how when you look for something, you see it. We see faces. We see faces in things automatically. You see faces in cars. You see the headlights in the license plate. Something looks like a smile. It's something in our brain that makes us face relatable to stuff. So we see faces in things. Like if I look right now, I see there's a backpack over here that has this 2 little hooks on it. I can't turn the camera to show you where I would. I don't think you can see it. Nope, it's over here. Sorry, tried. Anyway, it looks like a face to me. It looks like a walrus because it's got these 2 little eyelets that are hooks, little circles of metal, and then the straps. So it looks like tusks. What can I say? Speaking of tusks, Randsanity. Subscribe. Here's this. Crap. What am I knocking over? Oh, headphones. No big deal. See, you can subscribe. That's that. Oh, there it is. See, right there. Take a picture. It lasts longer. But that allows you to subscribe to the Randsanity channel, which I'm going to start to get stuff posted to eventually. I know. Don't even bother. Don't even complain to me. I know it's there. I'll see one of the complaints come and I'll be like, I know. Heinz verified. That will happen again this Thursday. It'll be episode number 7. Okay, I was off. I kept on saying 5 last week. But will be the final 3 episodes from Chicago. These are the Chicago episodes. And this is where I explained that my parking situation in Chicago was less than ideal. I looked at my phone tonight. I had a Park Chicago app that I deleted, along with my Waymo app that I had from when I was in San Francisco. I deleted that as well because I won't be driving in a Waymo anytime soon as far as I know. But the Park Chicago app, again, after being promised, like, parking's taken care of when we got to Pittsburgh. No, it was not. I had to deal with a separate hotel to park the van across the street. And I saved $4 a day. Hey, who knew? And then when we got to Cleveland, we got parking covered. No, we did not have parking covered once again because the van was like 8.5 feet tall. Parking garages are like 6 foot tall, 6.5 feet tall, but 8.5 feet, no, it doesn't work. I mean, it's like, like this, it's tall. So no, that didn't work either. And then Chicago, they've got an open air parking lot right across the street. They did. But they also had a giant yellow bar that hung down at like 7 foot. So again, was parking covered? No, it was not. And the parking restrictions in Chicago were no commercial vehicles on the streets, 1. And then when I did find a parking lot that wasn't too far away, no oversized vehicles. Meaning, basically, you could barely even have a pickup truck in this thing, and I'm a little bit bigger than that. So I had to wind up driving like a 45-minute drive for the first night to go find parking out in the middle of BFE, which is it was 45 minutes. It was quite the poke. And then I got a ride back by a cop. He was off duty in his white Tesla. But he was very nice. We chatted and talked about all this stuff. He had grown up in Chicago and lived there all his life. He was very nice. But yes, he was a officer from Chicago. And his side job was Tesling. He Ubered me back. But yes, there was no parking. So that will be something in season 2 that I will definitely work on. I will take ownership of the parking myself so that I don't have to rely on other people to do that. When you see faces in inanimate objects or random pattern, it's called pareidolia. Pareidolia? Yes, see, I knew there was a name for it. There always is. There's always a name for something like that. So thank you, Don. Pareidolia. That's how I'll say it. Pareidolia? Pareidolia? I think that's what it is. Pareidolia. Yes, that's because we see that. We see, 2 little things that go, oh, it's a face. Even though it's not designed that way. Some are. I'll try to remember that one to wrinkle my brain with pareidolia. Pareidolia? Pareidolia? I don't know. It says par, it also says pair, it says idle, and it says ia. So pareidolia. Don't know. Close enough? If not, well, someone correct me. Find that chat and you can go ahead and parodually. Oh, okay, so that's completely wrong. Interesting. Okay, I pronounced it totally wrong. Who knew? Apparently Don did. That is why Don is there helping me out, helping me to help you, give you this great information about when we see little things that look like faces. That's, again, this thing right there. Faces, the little smiley face that looks like googly eyes, on the Pringles can, on the hole in the wall, on the beverage. There you go. See, it looks like his little smiley face. Fun. Who knew? Wait, Don did, because he found it. The new word of the day feature is sponsored by, right, the new word of the day is, so it's like Pee-wee's Playhouse, when you say the pareidolia, pareidolia. When you say pareidolia, the world flashes, you get this. Cherry starts to scream. I don't have. I have Stoolie over here, but not Perry. No, or Cherry. Sorry, Perry. Perry. Who the hell was Perry? Mecca like a high, Mecca hiney ho. From the Genie. We talked about that, right? The Pee-wee movie, not the Pee-wee movie, the documentary on HBO. Worth watching. Paul Rubens was a tormented soul. Also quite intense, quite brilliant, very much driven. They just, Pee Wee Herman, not the real Paul Rubens. So, such is life, though. That's how that goes. We never know how that works. The new word of the day is sponsored by Sharpie. Where is my Sharpie? I've changed pants. I have shorts on tonight because it was so hot. I actually changed into shorts. So my very white legs will not be so white. Oh, that's so white. That just happens. It's not like, I got burned in playing golf or anything today because I was mostly in the shade looking for balls, not in the fairway. Again, just embarrassing. Just so bad today. I got to go see Barry Hinckley and get some golf lessons or something. I don't know. Just embarrassing. Not great. Excuse me. And tomorrow's Sunday, which is great. It's another day off for everybody. No. But today is National Workaholics Day. So I, in fact, was a workaholic. And I workaholicked. But I did take time off for golf. So that was all right. I watched a crazy movie last night. Very depressing. I think it was 2078, I think is what it was called. 2078. It was kind of a weird, I don't know if it wasn't a documentary and it wasn't a movie. It was sort of a recap of like all the crazy crap that's happened and someone's assessment of, So I don't know if I want to recommend to watch it because it was definitely a little depressing. It wasn't a great movie. It was kind of like, oh, wow, that was a waste of my life that I'll never get back, and don't know if I really enjoyed that because it was horribly depressing and really not a great uplifting movie. Like I said, I watched the Mickey 17 earlier, I think, part of it. Anyway, I don't remember. The movies blend. Like I said, I wake up on the couch asleep. That's kind of where I wake up from watching TV, which I'll do again tonight. I'll go to watch TV and I'll wake up on the couch and be like, 3 o'clock in the morning, I go to bed. Shockingly, that happens on a way too regular basis. But what can I say? Such is life these days, yes? So the 6th of July, I don't know if there's anything special coming up tomorrow other than it is in fact hand roll day. Okay, we're going to hand roll. So sushi and fried chicken. National Fried Chicken Day. I'm sure there'll be some births. I'm sure there'll be some deaths. I'm sure there'll be some events that have happened throughout time and history that I will remark on. And if I see if I can find anything more current. And then I'll edit the doodah, I promise. I'll have doodah. I will have at least a 4 to 5 minute edit of doodah because I have like 25 minutes of it and it's terrible. You know, you can't just watch 25 minutes of me driving in a golf cart or me lining the parade up or everything else. That kind of defeats the whole purpose, right? I have to edit it for brevity. Isn't that part of it? I think I'm going to get Adam Contrast to interview before he leaves. He leaves on the 7th. What I don't think I'm going to do is get him to do it live, so maybe I can get him to be down here and we can interview him in this space, and then I can kind of cut to it and do it that way. I thought, well, that makes sense, I guess. If I can interview him in this space and it's not exactly live, I could still do it. Parts of the show may be pre-recorded for that kind of a thing. So I could pre-record it. Because if it's still in this space, it still counts, right? It's not like you can tell if it's day or night, except for it's 11 o'clock at night. But if it wasn't live, hell, you wouldn't know the difference because, again, I'm in this cacophony of crazy crap just everywhere. So it's not like you'd know if it was day, night, or night light. It's like being in a casino. I have no idea what time of the day it is. When I leave here, it could be daylight out. It may be, for all I know. Just sit here ramble for 8 or 10 hours. Who knows? Just saying. Anyway, I'm going to depart because I have nothing more to share with you, and I'm going to let you enjoy the rest of your Saturday night. I appreciate you for stopping in and saying hello. We love you, Ernie. Hi, Dre P. What up with you? I don't know what that is. That little emoji is it sneezy or crying? I don't know. It looks like a crazy Halloween face. I don't know. Oof. Dre P. What up? Dre Peace. Oh, okay. What up? I see that now. What's up, Dre Peace? Word. You found me. I don't know how you found me, but that's great. Glad you're here. Thanks for stopping in. You came at the tail end, though. I'm near the end, so like and subscribe to this. I did take the QR code with me to Doodah Parade, and we did get some subscribers. I think it's up to 600. I think that's what Don said. Last time I checked, it was at like 600. So that's great. I only have 400 to go, so I can monetize it. Maybe if I start posting stuff and doing stuff over there and engaging with the audience, that would help, right? Would that do it? Not just saying subscribe and doing nothing over there. Such a jackass. I don't get it. What can I say? Anyway, I'll rewatch. Yes, rewatch. You get to see what this is. And then you can watch it every single damn day. Because I'm going to continue to try and do this every single damn day. And I am going to, I did get, like I said, I went to Micro Center today, and I did get enough stuff that I can take this on the road. So I can put it, I did get this. So this is an old, look at this. You want to talk about some old stuff. Look at that. It has the old CD 101. Look at that, the WWCD. And the address is the 503 South Front Street one. Now the really old one, there's only like one older that has the 1721 South High Street. But that's old school. That case then means that it's at least 30 years old. 96 is when we moved into that building, and this is a very early on move, so it's like 29 years old, that cabbage case. All the foam was rotted. When I opened it up, it just crumbled, so I scraped it all out. But I can take this on the road. I figured out how to do this. 602 subscribers, so there you go, look at that. So we went up a good number from people thinking that I was a Russian bot as the QR code. But I'll work that. I'm going to get that. I need to get that 1,000 up, because that's that hump. Because then I can monetize it for the pennies. Oh, and when I get, of course, I'll get my t-shirt shop up. Sure, I'll get it at some point too. Right. Anyway, I'm going to let everyone go to sleep. I appreciate you being here as always. You inspire me by joining me and being here. It just keeps it going. Life keeps moving on. It's such a big, beautiful life. Right. Anyway, we will leave this all for another day, and we'll do this tomorrow, but completely different. I will share what I bomb tomorrow, because I'll have the I bomb feature of the day. So even I've made that, see, I bombing right there. So I'm going to do my own I bombing feature of the day, because I thought that was funny, and I think that should make people laugh. I'm sure, I mean, it is vandalism. In some respect, it is vandalism. I'm sure I'd get in trouble for it. So, you know, I thought it'd be funny to, which I think my first assignment that I'm going to do when it's official, which is tomorrow, I was going to do it at the Kroger and put it on like a lemon or a round fruit and just turn it backwards. So when someone goes to pick up the fruit and they look at it, it's looking at them. Because, you know, you always pick up a lemon and kind of look at it. I'm going to put it on the lemon so you, wait, there's googly eyes on the lemon? Yes, just one of them. Not a whole bunch, just the single one. So someone will pick it up and just be like, okay. So I'll have to get the pretty sticky ones, because the ones I have don't have any stickiness to them. So I did have to glue the one of those. I taped it on. I had some tape, so I just kind of stuck it on. We'll see. I don't know if that was a great grand gesture, but we'll see. Anyway, with that note, I'm going to bid you all fair adieu, farewell, sayonara, and buenas noches. And with that said, you know what's going to happen now, don't you? We're going to say it. FTW, I mean, FTB. Fade to black. Thank you.